Okay, good. Hello, everybody. As you can see, it's just me today. So if you could be so helpful as to let me know if you can hear me okay, that would be appreciated because I have no way of knowing. um, but yeah, so it is just me today. You might hear some background noise. It is actually the wind. It is very windy here in South Dakota, which is not too bad actually. I do like the breeze that it is producing because it's been pretty warm um, over this summer. So having a little bit of relief from that is quite nice. Today, there's not a whole lot for one because it's just me, but also it's a little bit quiet this time. Um, but if you are watching, I know you're out there, go ahead and put in the chat, I don't know, what the weather is like, what you had for breakfast, anything like that. Just to let me know that you're out there and you're listening and that you can hear me, because again, I have no way of knowing if my audio is working when it's just me. For this week, we actually don't have anything this week, but we do have stuff that's upcoming. So I have two things, one of which is through Lipedema Simplified, and then the other is not. So for the one that's through Lipedema Simplified, on August 18th, if I wrote it down correctly, Amy Rivera is going to be talking about insurance. So this isn't just talking about insurance regarding like lipedema reduction surgery or anything like that. It's more like if you have anything lipedema related or not that you're trying to get covered by insurance, you'll want to come to this. It's just more about that generally. She works a lot with lymphedema, but there's a lot of overlap there that we will be discussing. So again, that's going to be August 18th, and we don't currently have a sign up for it yet. So this is just to save the date. But that is the next thing upcoming. The other thing is I'm going to be at Low Carb San Diego. So if you're familiar with the Low Carb USA events, they happen twice a year. Usually it is one in Boca Raton, Florida, and one in San Diego, California. Next January, there's also going to be one somewhere in Texas. I don't remember exactly where it is. I won't speculate. Once I have the information, I'll share it. But I will be presenting at Low Carb San Diego sometime between August 13th and 16th, because that's when it's taking place. I don't know what day I'm scheduled to talk on yet. And let's see, 365 Days of Awesome said, "Hi guys, I'm so jealous I can't be there this year." I know, I have been going to Low Carb San Diego for years and years at this point, actually. And it's awesome. I love the people who put it together. Doug is great, Pam is great. They always have really excellent speakers. Gary Taub speaks there pretty frequently. I think he'll be, oh, it's Susie, of course. Hi, Susie. Yeah, and so it's going to be really good. This time I am going to be doing a presentation on a paper that I co-wrote with a few people, one of whom is Leslie Keith, who I'm sure you all know. And it is about focusing on metabolic health for cancer treatment-related lymphedema prevention. So it's a long title, but there's a whole lot going on there, and I'm really excited to be able to present it to the people at Low Carb USA and all the attendees and all of that. And Susie said, "You're going to be amazing." I hope so. I came about it because I did a much shortened version of this for COSI. And it's like, oh, this is going to be like super easy. I'll just expand it out. It'll take like 5 minutes. And now I'm actually working on it. And it's like, this is not going to be that easy because I wanted to go more in depth into like the concept I'm trying to share with people. I was talking about it with a friend of mine recently, and it's like, I have to, first of all, explain what the lymphatics are, which is not a small thing in itself, and I'll keep it really, really short for this presentation. But I also have to talk about what lymphedema is, and then I have to talk about what cancer treatment related lymphedema is, and why that's even a thing, and the risk factors for it. And then I have to kind of go into the topic of this paper, which is what we think the main drivers for it are, and then why we think metabolic therapies like ketogenic diets or low carb diets could potentially be helpful for prevention. And then we have to throw in some caveats there because this is a hypothesis paper, so we don't have trials out there yet. Part of what we're actually asking in this paper is to say, we should study this. So does anybody want to work with us to figure out how to do this? And then also talking about how lymphedema impacts the patient so that any of the clinicians or really anybody watching understands why this is important to address, to hopefully prevent after cancer treatment. So it's a whole thing. It's a lot to cover in 45 minutes. And 45 minutes seems like such a long time, but it goes by super quick. So I'm working on that currently. I'm still putting my slides together. It's still largely the framework of the COSI one, but I'm adding in things and I'm adding in more analogies and really trying to emphasize the concepts, the high level view, not get so caught up in the details, which is super easy to do because they are really interesting. And hopefully that's going to go super well, and a bunch of people will pop up and say, we want to study this, we want to study this, and we'll go from there. But even if not, just raising awareness that cancer treatment-related lymphedema is, for one, a thing, for two, that there are risk factors, and for three, some of those risk factors are within the agency of the patient to address. Yeah, and Susie said, you got this, your COSI presentation was fantastic, and this one is going to be even better. I pinky promise. Hopefully. I pinky promise I will try. But yeah, so I'm really excited for that. I'm super excited for the other presentations as well, and also just getting to see people and see the other boothers. Jenny said, hi, Siobhan, hope you're well. It sounds like you're going to be very busy. I am very busy because we are also working on multiple things in the background with Lipedema Simplified right now. So we've got the new book that we're working on. We've talked about that a little bit, but it is the patient-centered book, The Voices of Lipedema, that Catherine has wanted to work on for ages and ages and ages. She's been talking about it for years, even just with me. But so we're working on that in the background, but then we also have secret projects that we can't talk about yet. So, whenever we talk about some things going on, just know that there's other stuff in the background. And of course, we have our event later this year in October that we're also busily working to put together and get all the pieces arranged for that. But it's all good stuff. So no complaints here. I'm happy to be busy. And yeah, so for Low Carb USA, I will also be there on behalf of my company, Own Your Lab. So we'll have a booth there. And I also like to see the other vendors. There's always new stuff there that I can kind of learn more about and sample potentially. Similarly, that is how I met Susie as a fellow booth person, booth leader. I don't know the proper term. Vendor is probably the proper term. But those are the main things. So we have the insurance webinar on the 18th, and technically before that, we have Low Carb USA 13 through 16. And that is it for now. I'm sure we'll have other things that come up here and there, but those are the big ones. And Susie said we won't be there this year. I know, but hopefully I can see you again at another event. There's always a couple scattered throughout the year. And there should be some interesting ones in 2027 too, because the World Lipedema Congress should be doing it towards the fall. I'm not sure if they've decided on a location. Originally they said USA, and now I don't know what they're doing. So I'm waiting on updates on that. And of course, as I get updates and Catherine and I get updates, we'll share it with everybody else so that if you want to attend and if it's easy to attend, or if you're in that area, then yeah, we can see you there, hopefully. That is mostly all I have today, unless anybody has questions or things that they want to share. Again, when it's just me, it's like very shortened because I work well bouncing off of another person. But when it's just me and you guys, I'm like, I don't know what's going on or where I am. On a personal note, I think tomorrow I'm gonna go to the zoo. I've been like keeping an eye on the weather, and it's been really, really hot, like upper 90s. It's like, no, I don't think so. But tomorrow it's supposed to be 85 as a high, and clear, bright, sunny day. And the zoo is not that far away, and I've been wanting to go there for a while, since I moved here actually, because it seems like a good wandering zone, to just go and walk around and look at the animals and sit somewhere and knit for a while. So I think I'll be doing that tomorrow. And then I will come back and work on my presentation. And Susie said it was great seeing you, even if brief. And it's good hearing from you too. It's always nice when people pop up into the chat and, I don't know, just share their thoughts. I always appreciate it. Such a great way to get steps in. Too true. There's actually a lot of really great walking around here. There's the Big Sioux River, spelled very similarly. And you can get like a 10-mile walk in if you go all the way from the southern end of town to downtown. And it's really pretty. Lots of trees. You've got the river, plenty of birds just flying all over the place, and lots of variety in the birds. I like bird watching. And then you've got like the farmer's market in the downtown, and I actually like walking through the suburbs. I don't know if that's weird, but I like looking at the houses and seeing how people decorate and things. So I think that's all from me for today. But I will be back next week because I won't be at Low Carb USA. I will try and see if I can tune in from Low Carb USA on the Friday between the 13th and 16th. I have done it successfully before. It largely just depends on how busy it is at the booth, and then of course when my presentation is scheduled. So we will see. If it's like not at the exact same time, I'll try and tune in, and I can show you guys what's going on there, who's speaking, kind of updates that I've gotten here and there, and we can share that aspect of it too. And Susie said, you're going to get seasons and the trees changing. Yes. My one complaint about Colorado, related to the weather, was that there wasn't much of a season. Like, there's not 4 seasons in Colorado, at least where I was at. It was like summer and winter, and then in between those, you had summer, winter, and winter, summer, where it just like flips back and forth all the time. So here in South Dakota, I should have 4 seasons. I'm very much looking forward to it. Counting down the days until autumn because it is my favorite season. Like pumpkin spice, I know it's very cliche, but I like it. I was born in the fall. It's fun. Crisp, clear wind and chilly weather, clouds, orange leaves, pumpkins, pumpkin pie, all that good stuff. So I think that's it from me. I've said it multiple times, but I'm saying it for real this time. So I will see everybody next week, and hopefully I'll be able to tune in from Low Carb USA the week after that. And as new things come out, we will share them here. And yeah, we'll have fun hanging out together just like we did today. So thanks everybody for stopping by, and we will see you next time. And I have to click the button. Bye.